What is up, YouTube? It's Demon Waffle here with another power and most likely my last video. What's up, Sturgis? Don't talk to me like that. What's up? See me on the streets, bro. See me on the streets, bro. That's what I thought. Alright. So I did record this video. As you can see, there was junk everywhere. I recorded this video. It took 20 minutes and I ended up recording it with like a really zoomed in screen. It looked dumb because I was trying to help a friend out the other day setting up OBS. Anyways, this is going to be another power video about exactly what you all want to listen to and hear. This is going to be about all the questions you guys have asked me to answer. Hopefully I can do that easily and you guys are all happy and everyone's good. And this might be my last power video if you guys don't need any other power videos after this, okay? If you do, hey, I'm here. If you have a good question that I can answer that I haven't already answered, then awesome. But I do want to start moving on to more complex things than just power. And hopefully you guys want to move on with me, right? And keep watching more of my videos because I would really appreciate that. So let's get this started. As you can see, I laid out missile turrets. Yeah. And also I have laser tripwire, which I will move over here where it originally was earlier. Bada bing. Oh. And I got a trap, which is called a Tesla arc, which shoots out electricity and it hits you right in your face hole multiple times. And then you got a flamethrower trap. Now, I do want to say that there was one of my viewers who asked me about a flamethrower trap question. So how traps work, and I'm gonna explain this really quick. So this trap and this trap, when they use them, they're one-time use. So once they're dead, once they stop being used, then you have to repair them. So you just saw me a second ago. I just repaired both of these. If you didn't see it, back up like 2 seconds, or like 10. And I repaired both of these little suckers, and that's because I just said in my last video I messed everything up. I'm dumb, I know. Okay, anyways. So that's what these two are. So they're traps. I have a pressure plate here, which we're really not going to use. I'm just going to show you how it works. It's not a big deal. I have a few conduits, which I kind of went over in another video of mine. But I will show you how these function, and I'm just going to put a few more out there, because why not? Actually, I'm going to go over all these really quick. Alright, I'm going to start it off. Power pylon. I showed you just in the very first video of mine. It turns on a whole section. When you plug it in, it like powers an entire area of the sucker. Large pylon. Does the same thing, but larger. Conduits. I did go over these. In my television video, but I will go over them once more. They basically are just the middlemen. That's the easiest way to explain it. They are, you connect one to another, to another, to another, and it just continues to power everything. You can put them between like a switch to something, and it just basically relays the electricity, and that's all it is. I'm not going to use big, nice terms. I'm just going to put a few out here just so you guys can see. I'll use them later. Ah, crud. I just made another one. I am almost out of copper. I have 2 copper left. So I have one on the wall over here too. Yeah, I have one over on the wall just in case. So that's wall conduit, ceiling conduit, switch power pylon. It's the exact same thing as a pylon except with a switch. Aw, snap. What that does is you can turn it on and you can turn it off. So if you have a whole house powered by pylons, you can go turn one switch off and it'll turn everything else off. So switch power pylon, same concept, except bigger. So this is a large one. This is a switch, which I set up right here. We will be using this. I just, not just a second. Pressure plate, I put down right here. And what happens is you walk over it, pressure is applied, and then it sets off the switch. So if you're standing on it, it's gonna be on. If you step off it, it's off. I already went over tripwires a little bit, but basically what it is you trip it, it goes off, and then whatever's attached to it will be powered. Delayed off switch. So I did go over these a little bit previously, but I'm going to go over them one more time. A delayed off switch, which I will use here, is basically it gets triggered, and then after a few seconds it turns off. So it's good for traps because you don't need constant power going to traps. There's no need for that. So what happens is it goes through the power, it turns it on, it activates both of these, and then it turns itself off. Now I did have it set up with a delayed on switch, so where it would turn on, it would take a couple seconds then turn on, so maybe you might have startled somebody or whatever, but since this isn't a multiplayer game, you're not going to be tricking any real people. I mean, tricking UI isn't a big deal because it's going to happen. They'll do it to themselves, if anything. Interval switch, it just turns on and off. That's literally it. You can change the on-off intervals with a terminal. So I will do another video all about terminals because that is a little more in-depth. And I know that not a lot of people want to mess with terminals. So I will go over that in a different video, but basically you can set it up to how long you want the intervals. This one is 10 brief cycles. So what you can do is if you attach this one to a terminal, you can change the number of cycles. And what that does, the cycle is basically turns on, then off, then on, then off, 10 times. But with the terminal, you can change the amount of times it gets turned on and off. Okay, so I went all over all the connectors, power and light sources. You know what these are. They're light bulbs and junk. Miscellaneous. Just this is where the terminal is, and this is a light box that goes with the terminal. You can probably change the way the colors are. I haven't not messed with that. A musical speaker. I almost said spear. It does kind of look like a musical spear. It's basically a powered speaker. It just plays music, and if you connect it to a terminal, you can change the pitch. All right, and generators. They're generators. They generate electricity. 3 electricity, 5 electricity, 10 electricity. I have a large one here. You can also attach. You can also do a windmill. I don't have enough copper for that right now. So I'm gonna go over defense. So we already talked about, I have 2 turrets out here. So this is a machine gun turret, does not require power. A heavy machine gun turret, which also does not require power. Then you have a laser turret, and the rest of these all require power. So laser turret, pew pew, lasers. Shotgun, probably gonna blow a hole in somebody's face. Yeah, sounds good. A spotlight, which is totally useless in my opinion, but okay, sounds good. You can power it. It's a spotlight. Sweet. Heavy laser turret. So I have one of these suckers out here right now. It's this guy right here. Heavy laser turret. All I need to say. Missile turret. Shoots missiles. Also, all I need to say. Alright. Oh, I just placed one. Oh, my Lanta. Yep, I don't want that. Give me it back. Traps. Like I said, here's the Tesla arc. Here's a flamethrower. Those are the only traps they have so far. I'm sure they'll add more later. That is it for going over stuff. Let's get into attaching some stuff and testing this out. Alright, generator. So this is where all your power comes from. You press spacebar, you get a little zapper. I'm gonna zap somebody. Come here. Where you at? Where you at? Nobody. Alright, sweet. Oh, I told him to move. There you go. Man. Okay. Power is gonna go to the tripwire. So this is important. So the order does matter where you put things. So first off, we're gonna have a power line running directly to the tripwire. Now when I walk past this tripwire, oh, that was not intentional. Okay, so when I walk past the tripwire, it's gonna activate this by attaching this to here. It's gonna activate this delayed off switch, right? So now, when the delayed off switch, it turns on for a second and then turns itself off. Boom. So now this is gonna go to one trap and also to the other trap, so both traps can be turned off simultaneously. So I'm gonna show you this because I want to test them all out separately. No. All right, so tripwire. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna die. You ready? I'm not gonna die, hopefully. Oh, let me activate it before we. What the heck? All right. Oh, not what I meant to do. Oh gosh. Pretend I tripped it. Oh gosh, that hurts. Okay, I don't have enough copper to repair them either. Basically, if I would have walked past it, oh, it trips it, oh no. And then, so it's actually off if you look at that red button. Although the flamethrower is still going, that will go no matter what. So if you just barely set it off, it's gonna go until it runs out of juice. And then, like I said, to repair them, you go in your workshop, and then you go up to them, push E for repair. Oh, I don't actually need copper for that one. And then you go here, repair. I don't. Oh, I had enough copper. Boom. Okay, actually, let's do it one more time then. I have enough stuff for it. Let's set this up the right way. Okay, there you go. So now, oh man, I'm dumb. Oh, I tripped it. Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh god, I'm getting shocked. And flamethrowers, I'm running through it. Oh, like a badass. Take it like a man. Oh gosh, I'm stuck. All right. My HP is dropped pretty low here. So sorry about the fuzziness. Let me just use a stim pack real quick. Tab E, that's a shortcut to swim pack, by the way. I don't know what button that is on console, but that's what it is on here. So now I'm gonna take all this wire. I'm gonna go back to the workshop mode. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take all the wire, store it. It is all stored. All right, so that was traps, and also how to use the tripwire. which I will use over here too. I'm gonna put it over here because I was using it for the turrets. I'm gonna use it again on the turrets so you guys can see what happens. So now let's talk about the pressure plate. Pretty simple. Power goes to it. This power can go to something else to turn it on. Let's say we want to turn on that. Okay, so first off, let's turn it off. There you go. All right, so it's off. I stand on it, it's on. I step off, it turns off. Stand on it, it's on. For machine guns and turrets, probably not the greatest idea, but let's say you wanted a trap. If someone steps on something, you can actually have a trap set up to where, oh man, they stepped on it. Same thing as a tripwire. But the only difference between a tripwire and a pressure plate is it's only on for as long as you're standing on it. Off, on, off. Okay, so let's move that off there, and let's take that off there. Now let's run something to the switch so I can show you one last little tidbit here. So everyone was asking, how do I use switches? Really easy, guys. Switches are probably the most simplistic power equipment. So, okay, now I'm gonna use conduits. I told you before, they just literally transfer energy, so that energy gets transferred from the switch to here, and to this conduit, and then to his friend, and then to his friend, and then to his friend, and then, I don't have enough, and then to the rocket turret, yeah, why not, and then, oh, I don't have enough copper, but this could also attach itself to this turret here. But I have too many conduits up. I ran out of copper. So it's on, so you can see both the turrets. Well, this turret is on. They both would be on if I didn't suck. Oh, here. Boom. I don't suck anymore. Yay. Boom. Cool. So they're both on. You walk over to the switch. Hey, switch, what's up? That's moving you. What's up, switch? E to activate. Turn it off. Okay, save some power, guys. You know, I don't want to pay the power bill at the end of the month. Don't want to have too much power units going on here. Turn it back on. Oh man, I'm going to bed. I want to make sure I don't get shot up in the middle of the night by some raiders. Boom, set them up. These conduits, like I said, they're good for people that asked, hey, I have a four-story building. How do I get power from the bottom to the top? You just run some conduits up to the top. You can run them on the outside, like this guy right here. You can run them all the way up to the top. And then at the very top of the building, you can like run a, you know, maybe a pylon or something, so you can give yourself some more electricity throughout the other floors if it doesn't get powered through every other floor. So that's the basic tutorial on this. So I went over everything. I talked about every type of connector, every type of machine gun, everything, every type of turret, every type of trap. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I will go over terminals, so if they are terminal questions, I can definitely help you out with those later. I will talk about how terminals can affect almost every piece of equipment. But for now, I hope that is enough. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you just want to tell me my voice sounds great, awesome. I appreciate everything you guys are saying. I appreciate all the likes, comments. You guys have done so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. Keep it up. Stay subscribed. Watch all my videos. I will be doing Overwatch videos in the future, so if any of you got PC gamers out there are interested in that, those will be up. But for now, Fallout 4 is all I'm worried about, and I'm worried about you guys and your questions, so they will be answered. Leave them in the comments. I will reply. I've been keeping track of my YouTube 24/7 for the last 2 or 3 days. Hit me up, ask me questions, and that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Like the video, go watch my other videos. Power videos 1, 2, and 3 are already up. This is going to be power video number 4, and this is probably the last one I'll do, unless, like I said, you guys come up with some really good questions that I need to make another video for. But in that case, thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all on another day.